convenience and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
The cool, clean, and secure.
For the month of August, Going Green Nursery and Farms having their landscape sale. Spend $100 or more and get 25% off. That's right, 25% off for a $100 or more purchase. All tropical plants are buy one, get one free for the month of August. All of the crepe myrtles are blooming and they're beautiful. Fall vegetable season is now underway. Pumpkins will be ready soon. And fall peas are sprouting. With pink eyes, crowders, and S.A. Dandy well underway. At Going Green Nursery on Stanfield Road, just off 9 Run Road in Scriven.
This is Bill Parker with Parker Insurance and Realty, your locally owned and operated independent insurance agency. We specialize in home, auto, commercial, ATV, motorcycle, and boat insurance. Being an independent agency, we have the ability to find you the best price available to suit your insurance need. At Parker Insurance and Realty, we can help you package your insurance or find the specialty insurance required to get you covered. We are your source for any real estate needs, whether buying or selling. We can help you. Give us a call today so we can discuss your insurance or real estate needs. Parker Insurance and Realty, 265 South Macon Street, 427-9345. That's 427-9345.
And good morning to you. It is the very first day of September. Butch Hubbard here with you on WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. It's a Tuesday morning. Good morning to you, 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to have partly sunny skies today. High today of around 90 degrees. I'll feel a little warmer than that because of the heat index. About a 30% chance of showers today, 30% tonight. 60% chance of the wet stuff tomorrow. High tomorrow of around 91. The Omaha River levels of 6.8 feet and rising. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Parker Insurance and Realty in downtown Jessup on Macon Street, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Growing Green Nursery in Scriven on Stanfield Road, just off of 9 Run Road. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
We are patiently waiting for our guest to show up. Her name is on the board. She lined this up to talk about Archfest, was it? Archfest. And we'll see if, we won't mention her name, but her first initial starts with an M. So we'll see if she shows up. If not, well, we'll just boogie right along here on the Butch and Bob Show this morning. And so Grayson Lambert's starting quarterback for Georgia this coming Saturday, huh?
Fantastic news. Just a great story. It just transferred, made a tough decision. Had a lot of offers. Got there. Like I said, he couldn't get there until he graduated from Virginia. I think his first practice, they said, was August the 4th. For him to go out there and win a starting job is just an amazing feat. So,
yeah, great.
Coach Rick looked like he struggled with the decision. It looked like it was painful for him to even announce the starter yesterday, but he's a nice one. So,
okay.
Excitement here in Wayne County, excitement for the Lambert family. Saw Drexel, his dad, last night at the Touchdown Club. He said, he's got the job. He told me, but you got to keep the job. So the scrutiny's already begun. I said, look at the website, the social media. Some of these reporters are just crushing.
It doesn't matter which one he picked. It would have been the same way. And
that's the thing he's got to deal with being in Athens. In Virginia, if he has a bad day, people that love Grayson keeps up with him, few and far between. But now in Athens, head of the Georgia Bulldog program, everybody in the state of Georgia knows everything he does. So if he has a bad day, he'll be getting crushed by everybody. So
I wish he'd get up there in the very first play to get back there with that sweet arm of his and that sweet throw an 80-yard pass, and a touchdown and shut everybody up, because we know he can do it. He's got one of the purest passing arms I think I've ever seen. Grayson Lambert from Wayne County in Jessup. I graduated here several years ago, and I played for Virginia, now at Georgia. And they'll be taking on the ULM Warhawks this coming. Who are they?
Just Louisiana Monroe.
Okay. Louisiana Monroe. We've heard of them. Yeah, they go around and play sometimes, these Division I teams. And
I said, talking to everybody that I talked to in Athens, Georgia, the person that's really high on Grayson Lambert is the offense coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer. New offense coordinator came in. He's coached many years in the NFL. His dad was Marty Schottenheimer, great NFL, going to be a Hall of Fame coach. So he just runs a pro-style offense, wanted a pro-style quarterback. Liked Grayson from the get-go, recruited him very hard. Met with him when he came to Athens for several hours and told him, look, I didn't recruit Ramsey, I didn't recruit Bautaw. You're the person I'm recruiting to come run my offense. So that's the big part of the story. Schottenheimer had a lot to say on who's going to get the start, and Schottenheimer is very high on Grayson Lambert's ability. that he's seen. Everybody's talking about his career at Virginia. He threw 10 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Look, he was running for his life at Virginia. Offensive line wasn't very good at Virginia. So, again, he goes to a lot bigger talent pool in Athens. He's got a great running back behind him,
And Chubb.
Become Chubb and Michelle and Marshall's best friend. So it's just a great story. Like I said, just hats off to him. It was interesting watching all the coverage last night, listening to different reporters, what their take was, what they had to say. But David Pollock's happy because he predicted a couple of weeks ago that Grayson would win the job. I told everybody, look, they're not bringing him in to hold a clipboard. They're bringing him in for a reason. They see something that they need, something they don't have. And I still, like you said, I think it's still a strong arm. Be able to go back there and just fling it down the field 60, 70 yards to those great receivers that Georgia has in Athens. So I'm excited. It should be fun. But, I'm sure Ramsey and Butch are all going to play in these first couple of games, But when the SEC game begins in 3 weeks against South Carolina, where they play Vanderbilt.
Oh, they play Vanderbilt next week.
True.
Yeah. SEC game.
I think Grayson will be fine. I said Grayson's very talented. The impressive thing was, like I said, they sent him the playbook. Like I said, he couldn't arrive in Athens until after he graduated, but they sent him the playbook. And from everybody I talked to, he said he had the playbook memorized by the time he got to Athens first practice. So
isn't that great?
That was very impressive to the coaching staff as well. So we knew, everybody that knows Grayson knows how intelligent he is. Very smart. And he's been, people have coached him, and even midget and pee-wee football. He could read defenses at that age. So that's how talented this kid is. So I'm just tickled to death. It's a great story. And like you might see two Wayne Counties in that backfield. Like I said, Glenn Welsh is up there, and they moved him to fullback this year.
Oh,
He's lost a lot of weight, and the word is that they have a couple injuries at that position, and the starters kind of not running the playbook real well. So Glenn Welsh could see a lot of playing time in that backfield along with Grayson. So
what has he been doing up there in position-wise?
Last year he was on the offensive line. He started up there as an offensive lineman, but they decided to move him to fullback, and he lost a lot of weight in the offseason. So, if you have two Wayne County people in that Georgia backfield, that would be a first. We've never seen that before.
No, not in the backfield, no.
So it'll be great to see. But again, just great stories everywhere. Like I said, the Wisconsin game is going to be on TV, nationally televised on Saturday against Ohio State, and both Sanders and Patterson are up there and reading their website. Both those guys are going to see playing time. Malik's doing well at Florida State. I talked to Cheshire at the Touchdown Club, said he's a big FSU alumni. He said reading everything that Malik's second, in line to play cornerback, so he should see some playing time as well. So, got kids playing all across the country, and as Jody mentioned last night, you got two kids now playing in the NFL. Trey Jackson with New England, and T.Y. McGill looks like he's going to make that Seattle Seahawks roster as a free agent signee, which is a great story as well. They only got one offer after the draft, one call, come to Seattle.
Okay, and what position will he play there for Seattle?
Defensive line.
Defensive line. Okay.
So, there's some great stories there, but I'm just glad to see Grayson get that starting out in Athens. Can't wait. That'll be fun. If you want to watch the game, it's on SEC Network, channel 611 on your DirecTV, 12 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. So,
okay, our guest is coming in right now. We do appreciate your moseying in here this morning and being part of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, 10 minutes after 8 o'clock, Tuesday morning, first day of September, and WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Bob, we got our guest.
She didn't forget, did you forget?
No, my schedule said next week, but I happened to be in my car when you guys called me out.
Oh,
so
your schedule said next week?
Yeah, I wrote down that I was supposed to come in next week.
Well, maybe it is next week, and I just read it wrong.
Well, that's okay. I heard you. I was in the car, so I figured I'd just go ahead and come on down.
Well, come on down.
Oh, great. I know you just had a meeting Monday
yes.
at Archfest, so you fill us in on what took place. I wasn't able to get there, so
that's okay.
Show up?
Yeah, we had a good handful. We've just been planning for a couple months. We really were talking about sponsorships. That was our main focus this Friday. We're hoping to reel in all of our last-minute sponsors. And we're going to start printing a lot of our promotional items to go out for the public in the next couple of weeks. So we wanted to make sure we include everybody's logos or their names. But we've raised a lot of money to go towards Archfest, so I'm excited.
The meetings I've been to, the focus has been to have as many activities for children to bring as big crowd as you possibly can. As they mentioned, the last couple of years, the crowd's been down, so they're trying to build it back up, bring all types of events and activities. They've got the Battle of the Bands. They've got a cornhole tournament. They've got
Yeah.
a pool tournament. So talk about the events for the kids. What else is going to take place for children?
Well, I can't exactly say everything that we've got for the kids because we've actually just recently had Mike Randall with Teen Challenge kind of come on board, and him and his team, they're going to be handling all of that kids section for us. So what I do know is that we'll have the kids section blocked off and then kind of roped off in one area, and there'll be tons of activities for the kids to do, and parents can bring their kids and pay a fee. I'm not sure what that will be, but they'll pay a fee for their kids to get like a stamp or a wristband, and that gets them access into that area for the whole day.
And the date is October 24th, Saturday from 10 to 5, but then that night's Battle of the Bands. Last time I checked at City Hall, I think they had 2 bands lined up. Have you two?
Yep, we have 2 bands and 1 solo, so sign up. What's everybody waiting for?
Tell them how much they can win. I mean, this is a big.
You can win $1,500 if you're in a band.
Yeah, $1,500 for band, $500 for solo.
So, I mean, depending on how many people are in your band, you can split the fee of $100 and then potentially come out with $1,500. So, we have one band, I can't remember their names, but actually, no, one is from Jessup, and they're called Falling from Orbit, I believe. And then we've one from Hinesville, and that's Third Class Citizens. And then our solo artist is Jason Powell, and he sang at Archfest last year. He, I think, kicked it off. So he's amazing. But
Yeah, you wonder what these people are waiting on. There's a lot of good bands out there.
I've heard that some people are just waiting to hear who's signing up.
Who's signing up? Well, they need to just go ahead and themselves sign up.
I agree.
Yep. It's about having fun. If you win the money, great, but it's about having fun and showing
and entertaining
showing off what you've got to all the folks downtown.
It could potentially lead to landing another gig for somebody else.
That's right. Get more bookings.
Yeah. So we've got that going on. We've also, we're working with Rotary. They're doing their barbecue contest again. But this year it's backyard barbecue. So it's normal people cooking. Yeah, backyard barbecue. It's not going to be the big guys with those massive trucks coming in this year. So they'll be lined up on Macon Street to do barbecue. I would love to have, who's the new quarterback? Grayson? Is that his name? I'm not from here, so, but if he could come here and sign some footballs for some guys, I'm sure they'd love it.
It's the open week, so who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? When I was there also, they talked about possibly having the Archfest, instead of downtown Cherry Street to be about the fine. Is that coming to reality, or how are they doing that?
Well, we're working a lot with our downtown merchants this year to make sure we are putting on a festival that's in their best interest as well. We don't want to put vendors in front of their stores that sell the same types of items for a less price.
Right.
It's not fair to them. So we decided that what we'll do is we'll still have vendors on Cherry. The stage will still be on Cherry Street. We're just making sure we don't put similar vendors in front of their stores. We're going to be a little bit more conscious about that. But we are stretching a lot more down Broad and Macon over to Walnut. We haven't quite finalized where we're going to put everything, but most of our vendors will go on Walnut. There will still be some on Cherry and along, the other sides of Broad and Macon, but for the most part, we're trying to really stretch them out to go towards Walnut because, business owners on Walnut really want the festival over there.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Hardly anybody walks over there, so.
I want to show you, Micah, that not only do we have the audio on now,
I
we
know,
also
see myself
have
over
a
there.
live video stream of the Butch and Bob show now. Folks, just go to bigdogcountry.com, and click on Butch and Bob show, and you'll see a live feed of Micah and Bob and me here in the studio. And we have the audio on from 7 till 9, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Big Dog Country, but just the video feed with audio between 8 and 8:30 on the Butch and Bob show. So
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. You see, we got that haze look to it there, so, one can really hardly see that. It's not HD. We got to work on that, but, right now we're going through 2 panes of soundproof glass here and trying to figure this out, but we're getting started with it.
Cool. Look at y'all stepping up.
Yeah, stepping up. Yeah. Just trying to add a little bit more here. That way, when folks come in with some visual things, we can actually hold it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring some visuals next time.
You can bring some visuals next time? All right.
I'll try.
How many people in the Kiss Pig contest, and how's that going to work?
Oh, gosh. Well, we have 25.
That's good. There's only the top 4 have to Kiss Pig, right?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah. So We have 25.
I'm feeling better about not having to kiss a pig, so that's
Well,
good.
Bob, I'm pretty sure you'll be kissing a pig. We do have 25 pretty well-known, community leaders and members. I know Jody Grooms said yes pretty recently. He'll be participating. Jay Brinson, some of the, the school people, commissioners, mayor, you.
So how does this go? Is it going to just be that day, or?
Well, how it works is actually, Debbie and I were working on them yesterday. We've got jars that basically have this little sign on the back that says, "Do you want to see Bob Morgan kiss a pig?" Fill his jar up. The top 5 contestants will have to, the people who raise the most money will have to kiss a pig at Archfest. We decided to do it that way because normally it's whoever has the least amount. So you would be responsible for raising a ton of money to make sure you're not kissing a pig. We didn't want to put it on our contestants to have to raise that money. This way, if I really want to see you kiss a pig, I'm going to for sure put money in your jar, and it's not up to you to raise that money. Everybody's got a busy life. I didn't want to have to put that on them. So this way, if you really want to see people like Jack Perret, Mike Deal, Miss Frances Jurgen, people like that, to kiss a pig, go put money in their jars. We'll also have, we have somebody making us some wooden boxes that will have a slit at the top, and they'll be padlocked so nobody can get into them, and it'll be places like the hospital, maybe the high school and City Hall, that there will be a big sign with their pictures, and envelopes where you can just put, almost like a ballot, where you just put in, I want to put in for Bob Morgan, and I'm putting $20 in. And then we'll pick those up once a week.
I know a handful of people out there probably put $1,000 in. Say Bob Morgan.
We've got, I know, Ralph and Jamie Hickox. I kind of want to do them a package deal. If one of them has to kiss the pig, the other one has to.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know. We'll see. But Debbie and I will be talking about that in a couple of weeks. We'll kick that off, I think, the 21st. So we'll have the full list of contestants to kiss that pig.
It's the 13th annual event, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
They have t-shirts as well.
Yep, we'll have t-shirts.
When they go on sale.
Well, we are working, I don't want to say who we're working with exactly because I'm not sure if it's a done deal, but Candace McKinley is helping us with that, so I'll let you know as soon as those become available.
That's also a popular item, and like I said, that's some good money.
We're trying to make sure we, this year, normally what happens is we print a ton of t-shirts, and then we'll sell all but like 20, 25, so we don't want to get stuck with leftover t-shirts. So we're trying to work it out where we can order and then they get pressed same day, or we can pre-press, 20 or 30 t-shirts and pre-sell them.
I know there's been a lot of work put into it. Like I said, we continue to promote it, hopefully get a great crowd. Like I said, there's no conflict with the Georgia football game at all.
Not at all.
I think they said they're still going to have big screen TVs down there for other games.
No, I think we decided against that. We've got a lot going on.
That's right.
I don't know who this is right here. It says, love the live video feed. We get to look at Micah.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome. You're welcome.
We're about 20 seconds behind on that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Soon you'll see yourself wave, okay? Because it just takes that long to go through the whole internet process. Right?
Gosh, it's crazy.
That is crazy. But we love having that on there. There you go. I told you about 20 seconds behind.
People are crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
But our number, if you ever want to text to make a comment or question, is 427-3711. 912-427-3711 is our regular studio or business line that we've had since 1949. 912-427-3711. And when you send us a text, it'll pop up here on the screen and we can answer your question or read your comment. Okay? We already know that somebody likes looking at Micah. So.
Thanks.
I know your committees, anybody in particular you want to thank that's helping you out. I know you probably get in trouble. You guys are...
No, I mean, I have all of DDA board. They help out a ton. And so thanks to them. And then also I have a couple of people that really help. Obviously my boss, Mike Deal, he comes up with a ton of these crazy ideas and normally they're a hit. So him, but then also Debbie Smith, she works with hospice. And she just opened, her and her partner, Victoria, they just opened a downtown business called Victoria's. So I want to say thank you so much to Debbie if she's listening, because she's helped a lot with Archfest. And so really thank you to her, as well as, people at City Hall, they help as well too. So thanks to them. But I do want to mention this, with our sponsorships that's still open. We sent out letters probably a month ago, and we've had a ton of support as far as sponsorships are concerned. What some people forget is they don't want to, I've heard some businesses, I know now's the time everybody's hitting them with sponsorships, but we have more than just, the $250 or the $500 or the $800. We have a couple people, I know Georgia Power and Prime South, Americana Grill, and Victoria's, that they are friends of ArchFest, and it's $100, and so they'll actually sponsor one part of the festival. So they get like a yard sign and kind of get recognition the day of, so people can see, oh, thanks, bingo will be sponsored by Georgia Power. So we'll have a sign that says, bingo is sponsored by Georgia Power, and I'm sure Rosie will make sure to, tell everybody today, this round is sponsored by Georgia Power. And so that money goes towards sponsoring that particular event. So if you'd like to be a sponsor, or if, you want to sponsor ArchFest, but you can't do as much as $250 or $500, we still have a $100 option. We'd love to see, a lot of the festival be covered and, sponsored by this, sponsored by that.
Okay. So we do want to, we do archive the Butch and Bob show for about a week. So if you want to go back and look at, Butch and Bob show from yesterday or next week or last week, I think we started last Thursday with a video. We got 3 videos here last Thursday, Friday, and yesterday, Monday, and he'll put the days on there. But the audio before then, we just had audio. Okay.
If you just want to hear all about ArchFest again,
or any
go
others,
back and
a
listen.
lot of folks like to go back and listen to the Butch and Bob show. Either they missed it or they didn't quite get everything they wanted to hear because they're busy doing something or whatever, and so they'll go back. And we have a lot of folks that go back and listen to the Butch and Bob show. Not only can they listen to it now, they can also watch it. They might just want to listen to it.
We're just hoping for a big day, good weather day, and
Yes.
a lot of events being planned. Like I said, there's been a lot of effort put into it. Just keep encouraging people to mark that date on your calendar. Saturday,
Yes.
October 24th, 10 to 5 is the festival. And then the time where the Battle of the Bands kick off.
5.
They will kick off at 5.
And depending on how many bands is how long it'll go.
You're going to do the solo artists first or the bands first? Or
I don't know. We haven't quite decided.
Right.
I think Third Class Citizens is going to kick it off. They have another kind of gig to get to, I think, later on. So I think they're going to kick it off. But we may go band solo. I'm not really sure.
Give the band members a chance to move some of their stuff around, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not quite sure, but yeah.
And once again, if they're out there listening, they want to be in that, just contact City Hall. Is that the number to call? 427-1313.
Yep. You can contact City Hall. I'm pretty sure my cell phone number is on the posters. Just call me. I've had a bunch of people call and ask about it. But you can pick up applications online at jessupga.gov, or you can go to the chamber. They have some, and then City Hall has some. So sign up.
All right. Now, part of the ArchFest, of course, is the Mud Bog coming up, and that's coming up a few weeks before the ArchFest, right?
Yes, it's on October 3rd. And don't ask me any other questions because I don't know the first thing about Mud Bog.
But you're going to the Mud Bog. Right?
Yes, I'm going. I'll be there. It is. So I'll be there.
Just don't let them talk you into running down and getting the money.
No, I won't. I'll let the kids do that.
Yeah, that is fun. And I'm glad they're going to bring in more of those high performance cars that just kind of fly like a duck across water.
We're going to try. We upped the grand prize. So I think it went, I don't remember what the actual grand prize was, but went up to $1,000.
Okay.
So we're trying to encourage anybody. And I don't think, Tracy said hardly anybody ever pre-registers. But if you want to, you can go pick up applications at City Hall.
City Hall for the Mud Bog coming up on October 3rd, which is also the same day as the Odom Homecoming festivities in Odom. And it just works out well for both of those being on the same day. You think it'd be a conflict, but it just seems to complement each other.
Yeah.
It brings in folks that go to both events during the course of that day.
Yes.
That first Saturday in October.
Tickets on sale yet for the Mud Bog because I know in advance they're $8 at the gate or $10.
They are.
They're on sale now at City Hall. Okay.
Yes. And I do want to mention, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about our merchants. We're doing something new this year with our downtown merchants during ArchFest only. We're getting, basically, it's kind of hard to explain, but we're getting business cards made that has each downtown participating business that wants to participate in it, their name on it. And so, for instance, I'll use Best Kept Secret. Mary Caitlin and I were talking about this. She said it may be $20, it may be $25, but if you come in her store and you spend $20, you get to write your name down and your phone number and drop it in this bucket. And so that's in any store, and it'll fluctuate, I'm sure. Cafe Euro, it's really hard to spend $20 on a coffee, so it may be $5 for him. But any of the stores, and then at the end of the day, we'll go pick up all of them, put them in a bucket, and pull one. And Bob, if I pull yours from Best Kept Secret and you spent $20, you'll win 10 times the amount that you spent. So there's a maximum of $500. Obviously, if you go into a jewelry store and you spend $1,000 or whatever, we can't pay you 10 times that. But as kind of an incentive of go in, shop, in our local businesses, and you have the chance to win 10 times the amount that you spent. And it's not to the exact, if you spent $25, $60, it's not to the exact, but if you at least spend the amount, you can win 10 times. So just to encourage people to, check out our vendors, but also go into our downtown businesses and see what they have to offer.
Right, that's another reason they like the festival, because like I said, the business will be open. So like I said, make sure you go in, do some shopping as well. So.
Yeah.
Long day, 10 to 5. Should be
fun.
I
know. I'll be there, I think, 6 a.m.
Yeah, at least.
To help some of those vendors set up. But if you want to volunteer, I'm taking volunteers. I know that's really hard to get volunteers. I don't know why. But we'll have plenty for them to do if you're looking for some community service.
That's right. Community service. We'll check with the probation office. You might be able to find some folks that need
I don't know.
service.
Maybe some of the student council or, junior boards out there.
A lot of folks that have to put in community service along with their fines. It don't mean they're, they don't mean they're incarcerated. It just means they have to do community service and pay a fine. Isn't that right, Bob?
They get a lot of those. Talk to John Carter.
I mean, they're not, die-hard criminals. They're just, they just got to do community service and pay a fine, and that could be part of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. They could have just done something, a misdemeanor of some sort.
Well, again, appreciate you coming in. Sorry you didn't.
Thank you.
Today.
Oh, no worries. I'll be back next week. I think next Tuesday. Then after that, I'll be on every Monday.
Every Monday?
Until Archfest. So I have decided we're going to call the Butch and Bob Show Mondays with Micah instead.
Mondays with Micah.
Because I'll be here every Monday.
This lister right here will be in front of his computer screen.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll be here every week, and I've worked it out to where every Monday we'll be talking about a couple different aspects of the event. So it'll be something different every week.
So
we'll
next Tuesday will be a general one like today, and then every Monday after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have to look at the calendar this morning and see how I read wrong and Bob read wrong. I'm not sure what's going on up there, how it was put down.
No worries.
But we do appreciate you coming in. You filled up the time this morning, so you did real good.
Thanks.
And you're already dressed and ready to go to work. You heard it. So that's
My
great.
breakfast is in the car, and it's probably cold by now.
All right, well, you can nuke it in a microwave, or you can do it at City Hall.
Yeah,
all
thanks,
right.
Guys.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Bob, well, that's going to wrap up our Butch and Bob show for this morning. Okay? Good. All right. Good. The Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, brought to you by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, by Growing Green Nursery.